the dark Christmas. 'Twas Christmas Eve, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. And up on the roof there arose such a clatter, but it wasn't Santa Claus.
What was it?
Oh, you're about to find out.
The
Welcome
Mad
back to
Hatter.
Fives a Crowd. Today we are going down a deep and dark rabbit hole never before explored. Well, on our channel, at least. I don't know. But we decided to do a little twist today, and we're actually going to look at the darker side of Christmas.
Which honestly makes me a little sad.
It is sad. It's creepy. It's scary, but it's going to be so interesting.
I am intrigued.
It's going to be scary. All the boys are here today. We got Chris, we got Austin, we got Tony and Zach, and me, Cam, your host. It's going to be fun. I'm weirdly excited to share my creepy A story with you.
I'm the same way. I love this kind of crazy crap. I don't know.
It's so weird. What about you guys?
I'm honestly intrigued just because it's not normal here.
Yeah.
I'm so intrigued by things that are celebrated in other countries that I would just love to personally experience those things.
See, I feel like Americans are softies for sure.
1000%.
Oh, yeah.
Like doing this research, it's like, oh man, if I was a kid, I would be like straight as an arrow as far as behaving and stuff. If we grew up with this type of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, even to start it off, like what's the worst thing, specifically around Christmas, what's the worst thing that can happen if you're a naughty kid?
You get a lump of coal.
A lump of coal.
You get a pre-diamond.
And you
Well, there's
Oh my
the
God, give
glasses
it to
half
your
full.
wife. Give it to your wife and tell her, hey, here's a pre-diamond for
just
Christmas.
wrap it in a
You
piece
just
of
gotta
wire.
sit on it for a while.
Every kiss begins with K.
Coal?
Cole. Oh my gosh, we should say that as like the moniker, and then they open it up and it's Cole spelled with a
Honey,
K.
it's a diamond, millions of years and millions of pressure before.
Oh my gosh,
I like
love
it. But seriously, no, there's nothing bad. You're just not going to get toys. You're going to get a lump of coal
Yeah.
in your stocking.
Well, heck, not even that. Like, how many parents can Santas can honestly say they've given their kids.
It's only one Santa.
There's only one,
I was gonna say
yeah,
Santa's.
I mean, there's only one.
except for all the ones
I'm
in the
tripping
malls.
over myself here.
They're Santa's
Kids, if you're
special
listening,
agents.
Santa is real.
He is real.
Yeah,
You heard
he's
it here.
Real.
But how
Santa
many
is
kids
real.
can honestly say they have gotten coal?
I bet there's someone.
I guarantee.
There has to be some kids
I'm
out
sure.
there who gotten cold. But like,
My
yeah,
dog's getting coal for Christmas.
I don't think that's good for them.
No, really, we found it's a little baggie. It says it's a bag of coal or whatever, but it's little doggy treats, black
Puppy
doggy
coal?
treats. Yeah.
Ooh, there's a coal dessert, and it's like crunched up Oreos with marshmallow.
Okay,
and
let's
stuff.
not go down the dessert aisle.
there's
I'm
even-
already craving ice cream.
We got donuts.
I know, and I've had two
you
of
just
them.
have 2 crack
I
donuts.
had 2 of them, and I want more.
No, we do. But like, there's even cold candy. Like, it's now turned into a joke.
Right?
Yeah.
Kids, or I mean, we might talk more about it later, but like the elf on a shelf thing. Worst case scenario, your elf goes back to Santa and gives you a bad report card. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
All I know is I would love to actually give my kids coal one Christmas.
Dude, it'll break your heart. I know it will.
I
know it will.
Because you'll do it and you'll be laughing and they'll just cry. You'll be like, oh my gosh, I ruined Christmas.
But I would love to then the next day, maybe not on Christmas Day, but the next day, then have our Christmas where
Sneaky.
that was their lesson day and it was hard, but now.
Or maybe it'll turn out like the kid that got an avocado. Do you remember that video?
Oh, that
An
video-
avocado.
that video is so
Thanks.
wholesome.
I know.
And
That's when you're like, those parents don't deserve him.
Yeah.
Jenny's family did that to one of her sisters when she was little. She wanted an easy bake oven so bad, and they thought it would be funny to have her unwrap the light bulbs first. And she just breaks down because she thinks she got light bulbs
Oh
for
my
Christmas.
gosh.
Like, did they, and they never gave her the easy bake oven, or
No,
that
that-
was just like
that
the
was like the-
preemptive cursor?
Exactly.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like 2 or 3 presents later. I don't know.
Although I
do they-
find that is pretty fun though, when you like let's say you give the kid the video game, but he doesn't have the console.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, here's your PS5 game, and it's like, but I don't have where is it? Like,
Yeah,
Funny
that's
story
fun.
with
Yeah.
And
that.
then don't get him one.
Yeah.
Funny story with that. That
Savings
legit
account.
happened to me. I think it was like PS2 era. My sister got me a PS2 game because my mom said she was going to buy me a PS2 and she never did. So I got a PS2
no.
game with no console.
No way. No way. Did you ever get one like later?
No.
No way.
So
you
I had
just
this
have the
PS2
game?
game, no console.
What game
Oh
was
my gosh.
It was like
That's so awesome.
I think it was Lord of the Rings 2 Towers. Oh,
that's a good one.
Oh my
such a good
gosh. So me personally, I've had this happen twice. The very first time, I really badly wanted the very first gen Xbox. And my parents got this box, an empty box. It was the exact same size as one, wrapped it, put it underneath the tree. So you're like, oh, there it is. I'm going to get it. And I think they even put weights in it, like bricks or something.
Yep, of course.
And I open it, and of course, it's not the console. And there's this eloquently written poem because my mom happened to be a poet. And it was like, we looked high, we looked low, we looked everywhere, and we're just so sorry we couldn't get you this for Christmas.
That doesn't
That's a
rhyme at
terrible
all.
poem.
Well, like, you know, I was summarizing.
He took out the iambic pentameter.
Yeah. And I was sad, but I couldn't really cry because they tried, you know?
Yeah.
And then like an hour later, my dad knocks on the front door with a stupid Santa hat on. It wasn't like a classic Santa hat. It was one of those with a bill. It was like a hat, like a, you know.
Redneck
And there
Santa
he
hat.
was. Yeah, exactly. And there he was holding the Xbox, and I was freaking out. Oh, I loved
So
it.
wait, did he find it that day? Or
No. They had
did
it. They
have-
played it as a prank.
Joshed him.
Cruel.
The second one was great too, in that I was at my friend Josh's down the street, and I really badly wanted a snowboard. And my dad calls up his house because at that time we didn't have cell phones, and he's like, "What are you doing? Where are you at?" Or not where are you at, because he called me there, but he was like, "What are you doing? Why aren't you home?" And I was like, I'm over here playing." He's like, "Get your butt home. You're in so much trouble." And I'm like, "Oh crap. Okay, I'm on my way." And the entire time I'm walking home, I'm like, "What did I do?
Racking
what
your brain.
have I done wrong?" It was that super bad guilt. Like, my dad sounded super pissed. I've never had this kind of call from him. I'm in so much trouble, and I don't know why.
You know, side thing real quick. You don't strike me as the person who got in trouble.
Oh, I did a lot.
Okay.
A lot.
All right.
He's the oldest, remember?
I got in trouble
touche,
a lot.
but-
Anyway, I get home and my dad just starts yelling at me in the driveway. And I'm like, I don't know what I did. And I almost start breaking down
Sobbing.
in tears. And he's like, I don't even want to look at you. Start unloading the back of the truck. And I was like, okay. And so I go over there and I'm unloading these big boxes from the truck and I'm putting them down and I'm moving all these things. And my dad's just sitting there watching me like, are you an idiot?
No, Dad, I'm terrified.
And I look at him and I'm like, what? And he's like, did you not notice what you were unloading? And I look down and there's a snowboard, boot, and bindings. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Anyway, that was...
So you see, folks, there you have it. That's how dark Christmas gets in America. So let's take a wild twist here and see how dark it actually can be. Do I have any volunteers for who'd like to go first?
Who wants to go first?
Don't all
I will.
jump up. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Gonna set the bar high.
Yeah.
It's a dark and stormy night.
Hold on, let me get my voice. Picture this.
Not too much Batman.
Oh, look, he's doing his Batman voice. Oh, my bad. So picture this. Pre-electricity, you're in the Germanic mountains in a little town. And let's just say, it's the 12 days of Christmas area. And you've been kind of naughty and you lied to your mom and dad. Very naughty. So you go to bed and you wake up and you see this old, haggard looking woman with a dress on walking up to you.
Oh, gosh.
She looks at you. She's got a beak nose made out of iron.
What?
Reaches
My
in
goodness.
her coat, pulls out a knife and slashes your belly open.
Shut up. What? We went from cold to death real quick.
Gosh. Serious.
Is this for real?
For real.
What?
Why haven't they made a movie of that?
Not just that. Okay. So your belly slashed open, right?
Yeah.
She pulls out your entrails.
What?
Pulls them all out.
Oh,
She's got, it's not funny because this is kind of horrifying, but
kind of.
she's got straw and rocks, and she decides to fill your body cavity up with rocks and straw, and you die there
Oh my
because you lied to your mom and dad.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh.
gosh.
So I'm guessing German kids don't lie very much.
I don't know, man. But it's not just that.
It keeps going.
She will kill your mom too if your mom didn't make enough yarn before that day.
Enough yarn for what?
Yarn for what?
Like they had to make yarn, right? Like they had to spin. They had to
Okay.
spin yarn.
Oh my.
If she didn't get all of her yarn spun, and the house wasn't clean, she would kill your mother as well and do the same thing.
Could you imagine being a kid? Mom, spin
You
that
see your mom?
yarn.
She's all, "Come
Don't
here,
you lie to
child."
me, boy.
So, not just that,
Gosh.
but if your
Not
house
just-
isn't clean, but if you're good, she'll leave you a little coin. How's that?
my
How
gosh.
stupid is that?
Wait. So your house has to be clean.
Your house has to be clean.
Or she kills you.
and she has
supposed to
enough yarn.
You have
Or
to
she
spin
kills
all
you.
your yarn.
Can't
And then
lie.
your kids can't lie.
Or she kills you.
And you can't be lazy.
Or she kills you.
Or she'll kill you.
Goodness.
There's only one way to survive this. You have to be perfect.
Now, how much money she giving you?
A coin.
A silver coin.
Oh,
She gives you
oh
a
my
silver
gosh.
freaking coin.
Jeez.
What's that run for in today's context?
Oh, who knows?
But
Like a dollar.
and her name is Frau Procta.
Foul. Say it
Frau-
again.
That's-
Frau Procta. So
Isn't
it's
that
Mrs.
woman in German?
Yeah, woman.
Frau Procta.
She's the Christmas witch.
Oh,
The Christmas
those things
witch.
don't go together. Christmas and witches.
But if you're good, she'll come and she'll be in white clothes, be pure white and look like the driven snow, and come in and just be like, "Here's your coin." But if you're not, she'll freaking
so
disembowel
that's why she
you.
killed. That's why she's
Gosh.
mad though. Is these kids being naughty makes her ugly and she pisses her off.
I don't know, man.
She's like a Dr.
gosh.
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Oh my god!
I just feel dirty now.
I know. What the heck, man?
That's
to just-
legitimate. They tell. I couldn't tell my child that.
Oh no.
By the way, you lied, so you've got about 12 days to live. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real. Like that's terrifying.
So if the kid lies, how do they redeem themselves?
You don't.
One lie and you're screwed.
If you're naughty, that's all I could find in the lore is you're naughty. There's no redeeming.
Holy crap.
Like, I mean, I'm sure there's a pro. I mean,
I
some lady with a knife. I wouldn't want to give her to be the
spend
judge.
some extra yarn, clean the neighbor's house. Like, I mean,
Could you imagine being the parent and having to follow through with this? You're like, sorry, kid.
You
Here
brought
goes
this
your
on
guts."
yourself.
could you imagine you like
This
leave
hurts me more than it hurts you.
leave a knife on their bedroom floor so when they wake up in the morning and it's like, oh, you must have scared her off or something.
Yeah, for real.
She must have changed her mind. You must be that cute.
Oh my
Little
gosh.
I don't know, man.
Or as a parent, you have the costume, kind of like in the movie, I don't
Oh my gosh.
like with the metal beak and stuff. And
It's so jacked.
I would do this to my kids.
I know you would.
That's where Jason came from. Like it's crazy.
Are you serious?
But I mean, let's just say cut up in your belly. That's bad enough. Oh, but
More.
like one kid's being super bad. Oh, and then she's gonna put straw and rocks in your belly too, and then you're gonna die with straw and
Oh,
rocks in
you,
your
you
belly.
said that.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. That's
that's what
One-
I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
If
who
you're
comes up
real
with
bad,
that?
you get the straw
first
and the
part.
rocks.
No, it's just
So if you're just kind of bad, you just get your belly sliced. But
No.
if you're real bad, you get the straw and
no.
rocks.
I'm saying. You're talking to your kid saying you're gonna get your belly sliced, and they're
think
still
about
acting
this.
up. Oh, by the way, she puts straw and rocks in there. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
And then you got a dingus dad. He's like, "You too, woman." You know what I
I know. I feel
This
like
house better be clean and that yarn better be spun.
I feel like in this story, Dad makes it out okay.
That's what's so messed up about it. Yeah. Servants, though, if they had servants, they had to do the same thing else. They get split open. So it makes me wonder if, like, to do it, they would actually kill a servant to
I'm
make
so
it.
happy I have a dingling between my legs.
Okay, so
My dingling.
so is this a legend or myth that even adults folklore
Yeah.
that even adults believe?
I don't
or is
think
this
the
more
adults,
just story
no,
for
I'm sure
kids?
the adults don't anymore, but it's what they tell their children.
It's 100% a scare tactic.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Well,
like
just the fact
psychological
that they-
warfare.
But
Just
that
the
is
fact
like,
that they bring, well, I guess if you bring mom into it, that's even psychologically terrorizing for a child because mom is mom, you know?
Yeah. So she better be doing her thing right too. You know what I mean?
could you imagine being the parent playing that up? I don't want to die.
Start just crying. Like,
Probably.
yeah, for real. That's the
probably-
disappointed card back there.
Yeah.
Don't let them kill me. Please just be good.
It's probably mom's way of ignoring.
gosh.
Probably mom's way of ignoring the kids too. Like, mom, can we play? I gotta knit this yarn.
I don't do this.
spinning
I don't
wheel.
spin this
Yeah,
yarn.
yes.
We're all dead, except for Dad.
That's like time to sell the house and move.
Him losing his wife is enough of a punishment.
It's crazy. but
Great,
they
now
would tell-
how am I going to live? I got no one to make food.
Who's gonna make my yarn?
So this is when there's like the Germanic tribes, is what I'm assuming, to where I think they, I mean, because they were chauvinist kind, you know, they was man, woman do this, you know, so I think they would tell the women that too. I don't know if the women would believe it later on, but
Man.
that's crazy. By the way,
Well, good luck to whoever goes next.
Yeah, that's a big one to follow.
Nose goes.
Nose goes. All right, okay. You're
I
gonna
said
want it up.
No, I said nose goes.
And you're the only one
And
that
you
touches
touch
his
your
nose.
The last one to touch your nose goes.
I don't think that's how this it works
how
in
it
this
works.
house.
We turned it around.
You
Just
just
someone
like it.
touching their nose.
Go
Oh,
ahead. Go ahead.
Whoa, no.
poster rules.
Come on, we know yours is a good one.
Yours is a good one.
It
It's
is, but it's
true.
not as good as that.
Are you for
I
real?
don't think any of
Really?
ours are going to be
Man.
as good as that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I could
There's
possibly.
some messed up European.
Well, then let's hold off on yours.
Folklore.
We'll start high and end high. So the few of us that maybe don't feel so confident, we can go in the middle.
Hit us.
I'll go.
I'll go. You go?
Oh, no, you're going.
Who's going?
I thought you had Krampus.
I do have crap.
got
Well, then why are
Krampus.
you going now? Aren't we going to end high? Isn't he like the
Well,
big
we're
boy?
talking
He's
like-
most well known.
Yeah, he's the
He's
most well known.
most,
Okay.
especially in recent years. I
Yeah.
feel like he's
Well,
gained
I
popularity.
think, especially since that movie.
Yeah.
Krampus.
Was it really because of the movie? I mean, I,
I think
saw
that
well-
I think that actually was a pretty successful movie.
I think it helped. I think actually the popularity of him made the movie work and also gain more popularity.
Yeah, because I remember it. What I never even heard of the movie. All I saw was a YouTube video of actually the parades,
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, "What
Yeah.
demonic
The-
stuff
the-
is
the
going
Krampus-
on?"
the
Creepy.
Krampus Run and
And they had
Yeah.
like those legit outfits,
Yeah, it's still like heavily practiced
curly
stuff.
horns.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear about it then.
all right, I'll go. So, same region as Chris, Austria, more Austria and but
Germany.
Germany as well. He's got that
Germanic.
Germanic or whatever. So Krampus, the folklore there is he comes. So Germany, so where this is practiced, it's actually practiced. I got it right here. You got Austria, Germany, Hungary, Slovenia, Czech Republic. So they actually celebrate Christmas on December 6th.
Ah, that's very similar to mine
Strange.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they still celebrate Christmas on the 25th, but their Christmas is more on the 6th. They still do something, I think, on the night of Christmas,
Is that
but
January or December?
December.
That's December. It's
Okay.
called Saint Nicholas Day.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Saint Nicholas.
Krampus comes on the night before December 6th, which is called Krampusnacht. And then, which is also the same night as Nicholstag or St. Nicholas Day. So the folklore there is the kids put a shoe out and
A single shoe.
yes,
Okay.
and it gets filled with either presents or a cane.
How many? I feel like this
cane.
is a lose-lose. How many presents you fitting in a shoe?
One.
And back then they were tiny.
You're only
people.
getting candy.
What do you mean by a
That's
cake?
not
Yeah.
third world or first world problems.
It doesn't specify or a rod of some sort. Just so
So like a stick?
Stick.
Like what? How big is a rod that's going to fit in your shoe?
A beating
Especially a
stick.
kid's shoe.
yeah, well, it's something you're gonna get beaten with.
Also, Cameron,
beat you with it.
your privilege is showing. Just so you know.
That's right. Ain't nobody in this room get presents in their shoes. That's not enough room.
So, the idea of Krampus is he will actually come and take you away. He will stuff you in. He has a bag like Santa Claus.
Not for presents.
You will get stuffed in that bag basically, and you get taken away, and you get beaten and whipped until you are repentant of what you've done.
Does he straight up just like? Do you think he like strings him up in the tree in the sack, just beats it like a pinata?
Bro, he
I
must.
picture him just waving the whole sack and just.
Gosh.
Is there more too? If they're unredeemable, he takes them straight to the underworld or something
Yeah,
like
he
that.
takes
too.
him back to his
Yeah.
world basically.
my
His
gosh.
land.
Now, one thing that I think definitely needs context is what this dude looks like.
I was just gonna say that too.
So
You need to paint us a glorified picture of
Okay.
this demonic creature.
preach. I'm gonna read this. Oops, sorry.
It's always you. It's always
It is
you.
me. I'm gonna read this because they actually this I'm on this website and they describe it good. So Krampus is a towering 7-foot tall, hairy creature depicted as having bulging eyes, a whip-like tongue.
So it's LeBron James.
I was gonna say a power forward.
Pointed ears and horns atop his head. He carries a pitchfork or, more traditionally, a bundle of birch switches.
Heyo.
What's a birch switch?
Type of tree.
Type of tree.
So switch is just a
Oh,
branch.
Yeah, just
Okay.
a branch.
essentially.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
birch branches.
Birch.
Birchwood is flexible and strong.
It says to menace children as
Is
he
it now?
travels through town on a pair of mismatched feet.
Wait, what?
He travels through town on a pair of mismatched feet, one cloven hoof, the other a bear-like claw.
What the freak?
What?
Is that why the one shoe?
That's as Prektra does too.
Oh, maybe.
Ooh,
has a
that could
goose
be.
foot.
Like he just needs one shoe for 1 foot?
That could be.
Wait, so say the 2 feet again.
A cloven?
Cloven hoof
Okay.
and a bear-like claw.
Oh gosh.
What the weird?
So, and then to what Chris was saying, the kids are taken, they're spanked, whipped, or even shackled to be spirited away in either a basket or a barrel to Krampus's lair.
Jeez.
So if you are unredeemable, you are taken away forever.
Now, here's a
But
question.
it even says though that he literally sends them to hell.
Yes.
Underworld, hell yeah.
Yeah.
All of it.
Which is his lair. I mean, he's a
He's
demonic.
basically Satan.
Yes.
Satanic.
What the freak, dude?
Now here's a question, and I think this warrants a good talk. Is do you think having this folklore in place back in the day, maybe it's even still present, do you think that made the kids tougher? And
So
Nazis.
let me.
not Nazis,
Oh my gosh.
but I mean, like,
that's what
you know what I mean?
happened,
Like, do you
but
think
tough
kids
skinned.
are softer now
Yeah.
because they you know
We babied them.
everything's
Yeah.
sugar
There's
coated?
a pillow
So,
for everything.
You're
Yeah.
literally going to get sugar coated coal if you're bad.
yeah
Let me tell you this story that I heard. So I actually was kind of listening to a few podcasts this morning on Krampus, and there was one I listened to, and this person was telling about the Krampus Run that you were talking about. So it's basically, it happens every year. All these people dress up as Krampus, come running down the street. One parent or parents or whatever, they had one of the guys, one of their friends, dress up as Krampus. Their kid was being naughty. He literally was running through the street, went over to the kid, tackled him, sat on top of him, and started having a stick and was waving it at him. The kid was bawling his eyes out. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
This was at the parade.
Yes.
How old was the kid?
I want to say 10 or younger. I don't know.
Oh my gosh,
And
that's a
he
psychological
Is
scar.
bawling, and finally this guy dressed up as Krampus looked at him and said, "Are you going to obey your parents now?" And he goes, "Yes, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And he said, "I will let you go, but just know I know where you live." Oh my Got up and walked away and got off of him. And I guess the kid from that point went and like bragged to his friends, "Oh, Krampus let me go, but I got, oh my gosh." Oh yeah, like that's
Dude, that's an example
that's
to
how
every other
intense
kid
that they
there.
get into it.
What? Wow. That's scary.
Yeah, like I don't know, being that young and having someone tackle me dressed like that, that would scare me straight.
It's a normal Saturday night for me.
Don't say Lisa looks like that. That's not very nice.
When I was young.
She's
Just got one bigger foot.
She's got one foot. She doesn't trim the toenails on.
It's not true. She's got very pretty feet. Raptor toe.
Oh my god.
I have to say, I've seen the YouTube videos on these Krampus runs. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Those
They're
costumes,
creepy.
they're extremely intricate.
Yeah.
They are
They're like,
very
they don't look
detailed.
cheap at all.
No, not at all. They look like super high quality
Yeah.
Like
film.
they
even.
took out a bunch of yaks getting that fur.
Yeah, for real, for real.
For real.
Have you seen that? Like it's like an animatronic of a huge. I mean, it's like 10 feet tall. It seems like, and
holding
it's
that kid
Krampus,
upside
and it's
down?
holding a kid upside down, and the kid's face is crying and screaming, and the way it moves and stuff. I'm like, that would be freaking cool. I would leave that up from Halloween to Christmas.
Just stick your kid
because
in
it kind
it.
of fits.
Just like when your kid's bad, just go hook him up to it.
Right?
It's like holding him by the foot.
No one. Jude would freak out. Brinley would just sit there upside down with her arms folded the whole time. Just
Am I done yet?
no, actually, I take that back. She would be scared too. Oh man.
Now,
That's
where
good
do your stories take place?
Well, so mine, and I'm gonna butcher his name, Pierre Foutard. I don't know how to say his name. Anyway, it's
Sounds
French for father whipper.
Oh, straight to the point.
Or old man whipper. Now, it's kind of interesting because it kind of takes place in the same area again.
I'm sensing a theme.
A definite theme of, abusers.
Germanic abusers.
I just straight up murderer.
Yeah,
There's no
right.
abuse there.
That's true. Yours is
It's
no
just
abuse.
serial
Yours is-
killer
It's
status.
either like you're going to ruin your kid's psyche or they're going to grow up to be like this ultimate Führer.
Or they just straight up turn into serial killers.
Is that what happened to Adolf?
Can we
Too many
blow
of
out
these-
your hand?
Can we what?
Gotta blur out your hand a little bit. You
Oh,
can't do that anymore.
right.
Maybe we finally know what happened to Adolf.
Yeah.
All of these Christmas people coming after him drove him insane.
Yeah, I
Who's chased
honestly
forever.
wouldn't doubt it, man. This stuff is creepy. It would
Oh,
break
yeah.
you. It would literally
No,
break
for
you
real, like-
psychologically.
Yeah.
Make you or break you.
Especially if you had like pictures and stuff to go along with it, because kids'
Or people
imaginations.
dressing up. Like, think of how we have people dress up as Santa Claus, sit on their lap,
The Krampus
dress
Run,
up as
like that.
Krampus and just
Yeah.
looking through the freaking window.
Oh my gosh, don't do that.
That's
No.
what I'm saying. Like, that's all it would take.
Think of the movie The Village.
It's like just sort of like shake his cane and be off.
Think of the movie The Village. How they got those townsfolk
Yup.
to stay or to not go into the woods because of the
Yeah.
creature they created.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, gosh, I haven't even seen
Movie's
it.
like 20 years old.
Is it really that old?
Yeah.
Like 15,
close.
20.
What?
Yeah, it came out
Oh,
mid 2000s.
Wow.
Have
Okay.
a knife stuck in Alden's door.
From Krampus.
But as far as Old Man Whipper, he basically would follow along with St. Nicholas. He was kind of like the Robin to the Batman, right?
Okay.
And honestly, like, if you saw a picture of this guy, he actually looked like the class act. You know what I mean? Like, beautiful white beard, a nice crown. He
You
was
got a
kind
crown?
Oh, yeah, dude. At least the pictures that I've seen. And but if you were naughty, instead of getting presents, he would either give you coal or lashings. And this also happened in the same time frame on December 6th, the day of
Yeah.
St. Nicholas. So yeah, we're seeing a lot of Are you looking at pictures of him?
No, I was looking to see if I had one on here.
Oh. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it was just, if you were naughty, you'd get whipped.
That's the most mild one we've had yet.
I know, and I thought that was really bad.
For real, one will cut you open, one will send you to hell. He's just gonna hit you with a stick real quick.
He
I'll
just
take
put
it.
you over his knee. No.
She disavows and defecate your body or whatever.
Desecrate.
She's gonna poop on your body. Desecrate. My bad. But yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Man. Krampus takes you straight to hell. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Right?
And you get beat on the way.
You have a chance with Krampus to redeem yourself, though, unlike yours.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. You
I
could
couldn't
redeem
find
yourself.
anything about redeeming yourself. Yeah.
What?
You said, oh,
What have you
Hold
discovered?
up. Hold up. I'm coming across a story.
Oh my.
Oh.
Okay.
Where folklore
So
becomes
there is a little bit of a darker history to him. So it looks like here it says the most popular story about the origin of Père Fouettard. I'm sorry if I
Sounded
butchered
beautiful.
that. I tried my hardest.
did.
Was first told in the year 1150.
Dang.
An innkeeper, or in other versions, a butcher captures 3 boys who appear to be wealthy and on their way to enroll in a religious boarding school. Along with his wife, he kills the children in order to rob them. So
Well,
instead
how
of-
much money? Okay,
instead
they're
of
going to
just-
a boarding school.
Instead of just robbing them, he just kills them to rob them. One other gruesome version tells that they drug the children, slit their throats, cut them into pieces, and stew them in a barrel. My gosh.
Well, now
St.
we got
Nicholas
mass murder.
discovers the crime and resurrects the children. Okay, so there's a lighter
Oh, thank
note
you. St.
there at the end
Nicholas.
of the tunnel there.
Thanks, Tim Allen.
Apparently he's Jesus now.
Thank you, Tim Allen. Wow. Wow, that is crazy. Sorry, I got distracted there. He also discovered the crime, resurrected the children. After this, Père Fouettard repents and then becomes St. Nicholas's partner. So
No, wait, did he get beat?
who?
I feel like Pierre deserves beating.
A beating.
He should have got beat first.
He should have got beat, but he didn't. He repented. So that's why now he becomes an assistant as punishment.
And since when does
That's
St.
his
Nicholas
Hold up. This guy kills kids. The kids get resurrected. He repents. And then as punishment, he becomes the assistant who then in turn passes judgment and punishment to kids that
Now
are
it sounds
not
like he
good.
would like that.
That's exactly my point. That's not much
Now,
of a punishment.
If he full on repented, though, and he truly is sorry for his acts and stuff, then he probably doesn't like being the judge
So
of
that's
these
like
children.
his penance.
Yeah.
That he has to-
And since when does St. Nicholas have Jesus powers? He's just resurrecting people? Santa,
That is so interesting.
He can make reindeer fly.
I'm honestly a little bit bummed that I just barely came
pretty
across this
impressive.
because that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. In 1930s, he appeared in the United States under the translated name of Father Flog or Spanky.
So wait, he was in Little Rascals?
Yeah, in the 1930s, he starred in a
Spanky gonna
hit
get
show
ya.
called Little Rascals is Spanky.
What the heck?
Oh my gosh.
Father Flog?
Almost. Father Flog, yep.
Like a
Is it-
flogging. You get a
Yeah,
flogging?
isn't that where you're like basically drowning them?
No, you're
No, a
whipping
flog
them.
is a whip.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
A flogging, yeah. So, and then also get
I
this.
think-
He's even
Flogging
got
Molly.
he's even got a female accomplice named Mother Flog.
Mother Flog or Flogger?
Mother Flogger. You Mother Flogger.
You Mother Flogger.
Oh my gosh.
That's a new phrase.
I'm gonna start calling people that. You
That's
Mother
that's like our
Flogger.
Christmas
Yeah.
diss now. Mother Flogger. Jeez.
Gotta be so careful with that.
Way to ruin the day, Mother Flogger.
He's kind of fun now.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
All right. I'll go. So, I wish I could paint a picture like Chris did.
Was it? Just paint it.
It was
Bob Ross that thing.
dark Christmas night.
It was.
Just grab the paints like Bob Ross.
Paint with
Yeah.
words.
Make a little happy tree.
Happy
hap-
little,
little happy
happy little
tree.
trees.
All I can say is Children out there, you better behave, or Hans Trapp will chop you up and boil you and eat you. That's about as best I can.
Straight to the point.
Pretty graphic.
If I gotta know, where's this guy from? Hans Strop?
So once again,
Sounds German.
French-German border.
Like, how many bad guys do they need?
For real. So that's the question before you go on. Is it just that the kids
Are that naughty?
in Germany are so bad that they have to come up with multiple?
Like, we're talking almost a
Punishments?
5-person gang here, like a Power Rangers of bad guys.
Straight up. Power Rangers of Christmas death.
Punishment.
So Hans Trapp is actually based off of a real person. Hans von Trott. It was a 2-meter high, late 15th century German knight with a terrible reputation. He was known for being extremely wealthy, but because of that, he was a horrible person. He ended up getting into a horrible dispute with a local abbot, and some of the research I was doing, it was over some land or some castles, and the abbot thought that the castles belonged to the mortuary, but Hans van Trott assumed they were his because of his knighthood, from what I remember right. And the abbot tried to go to the elector, is kind of, I would assume, like their judge of their day. And the elector took Hans' side, and he actually gave him a higher title. It was some kind of like a chief.
Some sort of noble or something like that?
Yeah,
Like,
he gave him this title,
lord.
which by doing so, now he could just rightfully claim these castles. Well, the abbot continues to get extremely mad, and I can't remember if it was before or after. He gets mad and he goes to the Pope about it. And Hans hears about it and gets mad, so he orders a dam for this river that provided this town, and the town was called Weislauter.
Butchered it.
We slaughter.
Basically.
I saw it.
So he ordered the river blocked, which deprived the town, or no, that was the name of the river. The town was called Weissenberg, and this river...
Wiesenberg?
Weissenberg.
There we go. He's the German one.
Yes. So this river provided the town with their water supply. So by damming it up, they didn't have any water. And let's see. So after the abbot complained, von Trott, I don't know that word. He tore down the dam, flooding Weissenberg, destroying its economy.
Jacked.
So
I've seen this. It's in the episode of Frozen 2.
So in 1491, he was excommunicated from the Catholic religion. And then on top of that, then he was basically, what's the word? Like banished to the forest. Exiled to the forest. And then that's when the folklore of Hans Trott comes in, because after he gets banished, he completely loses his mind because he loses all of his wealth and everything like that. He got excommunicated, so he now has no home, no religion, no money, nothing. He's been banished out of the town, so he loses his mind and actually becomes satanic. He starts worshiping Satan.
Go.
And as one does when you lose everything.
Pronounce Satin.
Satine.
Satan.
Krampus.
So, where does it say? So he disguises himself so he goes up into the forest. He disguises himself as a scarecrow by stuffing straw into his clothing, and he begins to prey on children. And there was a story that one child got too close, and he ended up capturing this boy, chopping him up, and boiling him. And right as he was about to take his first bite, he gets struck by lightning. God punishes him, basically, and kills him before he can actually enjoy this child.
After all that work.
Right. Wow. So,
It's horrible.
So then it says, so his appearance and destructive behavior and excommunication from the church. So it's funny because then after all this, he too becomes Saint Nick's apprentice. He ends up getting like resurrected and repented, and now he's Saint Nick's right-hand man. And it says, was it in this one? That's not him. This is him.
Oh, I was gonna say he looks. Oh my gosh, that's even crazier.
Is he creepy?
He
He's
looks
pretty
like
creepy.
It's like a walking scarecrow.
Oh my gosh.
Like Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
exactly what I was gonna say. Cheapers,
Yeah.
creepers.
I've decided it. Santa Claus is the real evil one.
Because he keeps resurrecting these
Because
guys.
he keeps resurrecting these guys, and you can be my
keeps
assistant.
employing these serial
Yes.
killers.
He's a hopeless romantic.
I mean, because in Krampus, I also did read along that
He
they
follows
said,
Santa.
well, it's his shadow.
I've heard that.
Krampus is
weird.
the making is his shadow.
It's kind of like
basically,
the
yes.
darkness,
Yes.
the dark side of Santa personified.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's got a left guy, a right guy, and a shadow.
Yep.
Do not mess with Santa.
Santa-
Do not mess with
That's what it
Santa.
is. Santa's head of the mob.
Frau Proctor's his ex-wife.
The old Miss Claus.
So kids,
Miss
do
Beak.
not mess with Santa.
No.
Oh my gosh.
That's why they say
terrifying.
for goodness sake in the song.
For goodness sake!
So we could, for goodness sake.
I don't want your mother gone too. Now, see,
yeah.
these are all jacked up, pretty much. Like, this is seriously the dark side of Christmas.
Yeah.
Now, I'm actually going to take you guys on a journey.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm excited.
We're going to get in a sleigh, which is going to take us to a boat. Because it's going to take us down or up to Iceland. That's right. Everything up till now has been in a pretty central region of Europe.
What, Eastern Europe?
sleigh bells jingle.
What was that?
Choking on his own blood.
No. It's going from a sleigh bell to a boat.
Thank you.
I get it. Now picture this. It is a cold, dark winter's night. The 17th century. We come upon, in the deep darkness of the forest, a little cave. And inside that cave lives Grilla. Grilla and her Yule lads. They're living with her,
Snow
her
White and the
third
Seven
husband.
Dwarfs?
Oh, you wish. Now, Grilla here
Sounds hot.
is half ogre, half troll. Oh, not attractive at all.
Okay.
She nasty. She got warts on her nose. She's a big old chunky, creepy, frilly-haired psychopath.
What's the difference between an ogre and a troll?
Ogres are usually like on the like kind of fat side, and they're
Ogre
like
troll.
gross. And then trolls are like weird, lengthy, got like the long noses
Skinnier.
and like skinnier and.
So just imagine Shrek.
That was
Essentially.
regional.
Shrek's an
Gotcha.
ogre.
Yeah.
It might be kind of
I think it's a regional thing.
probably, but I mean they have both
What's
in
Shrek's
Iceland.
wife's name?
Fiona.
So if we're talking Fiona here. Okay, got it. Mental
But
picture.
worse. Make her nastier. Okay, well, anyways, she lives there with her third husband and their 13 kids, the Yule lads.
Shoot. Wow.
Okay.
Why is
Well,
it her third husband? Why is it not her
She's
second?
divorced the other two.
Are you being serious right
I'm
now?
being serious. She lives with her third husband.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't know
All
his
right.
name. It's very odd.
very
I don't know
distinct,
how to
but
pronounce
okay.
it. But so every winter, all in the winter months, she comes out of her cave to feed, and her hunger is insatiable. What does she eat, you ask?
Kids.
Boiled
Toes.
stew of children. She comes up, snatches up naughty kids, throws them in a stew, boils them, and eats them. And she loves it.
Man, I'm getting hungry.
Denny's?
Same thing. So she steals these children away. She boils them up and eats them, and she's always hungry. So, and it even says in the legend she never runs out of food because there's so many naughty
Always
kids.
naughty kids.
And she comes up every 12th month. Is that what you said?
Every winter, all the winter months.
Okay.
So the reason it's specific to Christmas is because of one, their pet, which is the Yule Cat. It's a giant black cat that prowls the outskirts of the city on Christmas Eve, murdering anyone who's not wearing new clothes.
What?
So if you didn't get new clothes for Christmas, but on Christmas Eve, and you're just out and about, the Yule Cat's gonna murder you.
So all the
eat
parents
you.
are like, son of a gun, I gotta get my kid new clothes.
See, that's the thing. Is
on
it's
top
almost
of Christmas.
It's almost
gifts.
like the excuse of this is why you get clothes. Be happy about it. You're not gonna die.
Yeah, because what kid likes to get clothes on Christmas?
But here, there's actually a real reason. Do you want to know why? So, basically, during Christmas time, the farmers they use this legend as a incentive to get their workers to finish processing the autumn wool before Christmas.
so
So
they can,
kind of like
Procta.
kind of like Procta with the
Yeah.
yarn.
Getting everything
It's
done.
an incentive to have them get it done.
so that they can get the clothing out to the kids. Is that
Well, just so they can get the yarn made in time for Christmas.
gotcha?
But in order to have it done in time for Christmas, for it to be, given as a gift so you don't die by the Yule Cat. Rips you to shreds.
See, and one thing to paint the picture further is back then it was more common to make your own clothes than to buy clothes.
But then here's
You have
the
to
other
buy
way.
material though.
Here's the other way the incentive works. It's actually the people that help the most with finishing the wool that actually get the new clothing gifted to them. So it's like spin the wool or you're gonna die because I'm not gonna give you new clothes.
Jeez.
Wow.
Oh my gosh! But that's not where it ends.
I'm
So
intrigued.
not only is this kitty cat murdering people with old clothes who aren't, up to snuff in the coolness area, and Grilla herself is boiling and eating child stew. She has 13 children who all show up starting in the last 13 days up to Christmas and just cause mischief constantly. And they also like to eat children. So they all have names.
Yeah.
They actually have
Doc
names.
Dopey.
Oh, well, they basically come in for the 13 days of Christmas to harass and everyone and cause all kinds of mischief, steal and do all kinds of things. Starting off on the 12th of December, so each day a different one appears. On the 12th of December, you got Sheepcoat Claude. Yeah. He harasses the sheep but it's difficult for him because he has peg legs.
What?
Yeah, that's
it's
he's
muddy
got,
out
He's
here.
got peg legs and they're stiff, and so he's trying to harass these sheep.
I picture the guy off of Family Guy.
The pirate. Yes. Next we have Gully Gawk. He hides in gullies, waiting for an opportunity to sneak into the cowshed and steal milk.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say gawk you.
I know that's
Gully
what.
Gawk.
He's in
But
the
here's the
gully
thing too.
and he
The
gawks you.
picture I saw of this particular one, he's in the shed. Taking the milk straight from the cow's teat. What? He's like underneath it, just. It's so weird.
That's hilarious.
Next, you got Stubby. He's abnormally short, and he steals pans to eat the crust left on them. So he eats.
So you gotta keep your
basically,
dishes clean.
He cleans
so
your dirty pans.
He cleans
I
the
know.
dirty dishes for you. That's not a negative.
But he steals your pan.
We have Spoon Licker. What do you think he does?
Lick spoons.
He licks forks.
Yes, he steals and licks wooden spoons, but he's extremely thin due to malnutrition. You got Pot Scraper,
What the heck?
who steals leftovers from pots.
Sounds like, kid, what are we on? 3, 4, and 5 are just going to do my dishes for me.
Well, don't forget about 6, because his name is Bowl Licker.
What?
He hides under the beds waiting for someone to put down their bowls, which he then steals.
What the heck?
Why do they have bowls in beds?
eating porridge in your bed, in your straw bed. You never do that?
Gruel.
I don't have a straw bed.
Your gruel up in your straw
gruel.
bed.
Okay.
Next we have door slammer. He likes to slam doors, especially during the night, waking people up.
You know, it's amazing that the mother named these kids when they were babies and they happen to grow up to do this.
For real, it's miraculous.
Could you imagine door slammer actually licks bulls?
He gets in
No,
trouble.
no. That's my other brother, Spoon Licker.
That's spoon liquor.
that's right.
No, bowl liquor.
Spoon Cleaner? What was the other guy's
No,
name?
bowl liquor licks bowls. Spoon liquor licks spoons. And then we got
whole Licker family.
Skyer Gobbler. He's the Yule lad with a great affinity for skyr, which is yogurt.
I love yogurt. That's me.
And then you got the infamous sausage swiper.
Hold up. Does that mean what I think it means?
He hides in the rafters and snatches sausages that are being smoked. So no, it does not mean what you think it means.
I love a good
Because
smoked
otherwise,
sausage.
Chris's monster would be after you.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Window peeper.
Peeps in windows.
He looks
getting
through
good at
windows
this
and
game.
searches for things to steal.
Peeping Tom.
Doorway sniffer.
Doorway?
Doorway sniffer. He has an abnormally large nose and an acute sense of smell, which he uses to locate leaf bread.
Now, what the heck is the point of these guys?
They just cause mischief and havoc.
So
So essentially-
it makes it look like the kids
Essentially,
are doing
they're
something.
stealing stuff. They're
Yes.
stealing a bunch of stuff from
in
the
turn
house.
gets
So
the
like
kids in
spoons,
trouble.
bowls, and doors are being slammed in the middle of the night. Noise and ruckus and things are
So
disappearing.
if your kids are smart back then, they'd blame these
Yep.
characters on them being lazy.
Yep. Next, you got Meat Hook.
Ooh, that one sounds scary.
Yep. All he does is steals meat using a hook.
That's not scary.
Kind of meat.
And then you got Candle Stealer.
What does he do?
Follows children in order to steal their candles.
Oh, he doesn't even take like just innocent candles sitting there. He steals them from
Yep.
people.
Yep. But also, let's not forget the fact that they do still eat children. So children are being eaten by everyone, by the 13 kids, by the cat, and by Grilla herself.
What about the third husband?
He's fat and lazy and stays in the cave. Verbatim.
That's verbatim.
That's actually what it said in multiple things I read. But they, like, here's the thing though. This was in the 17th century in Iceland. This legend was so scary to the kids that lived there, the government actually banned the use of the legend.
Wow.
So they made it illegal to talk about it. Wow.
Really?
Yes.
To this day?
No, for a while. But now today they've dumbed it down a bit, and essentially now the Yule lads all wear like
Sorry, hope that wasn't picked up. I yawned and it burped.
a yawn burp. Watch out, yawn burper's gonna get you.
yeah.
Now they tell the legends of Grilla and stuff. She's still nasty and creepy, but the Yule lads all wear red and white clothes. They have fluffy beards and big smiles. They're basically like little Santas, and they leave small gifts in your shoes. So same thing. You put out your shoes. They leave gifts in there, but the kids have to place them on their windowsill. But if you've been bad, guess what they leave you?
Poop.
A potato.
A spud?
If you've been bad, they leave a potato in your shoe.
Oh my gosh, instead of giving my kids coal, I want to give them potatoes.
Just
to
give
see
them
what
all
they do.
potatoes. Just sack potatoes.
I could see Micah opening up her,
You'd be
her
really
stocking
mean.
and be like, a potato.
You think you'd be really mean is you get a bunch of boxes and you just tape a potato to the bottom of all the boxes. And so all their gifts there are different sizes are just potatoes.
Now, I would imagine back then when this was still inactive, or it was still active,
Enacted.
the parents would go around and like slamming doors
Seriously.
and like to scare their kids, right?
better.
I feel like it's one of those
Right?
things. It's kind of like
Slamming the doors,
kinda like
sniffing
how we
underneath the
use-
door.
the, what is it? The
Start licking bowls.
yeah, seriously.
Spoons. Those
It's kind of
kids
like how
have
we use the elf.
constant PTSD.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All the kids from
All-
this era. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. You're not going to get coal. You're going to get murdered.
Yeah.
And then it's your fault that your family's murdered, and then your dad's going to hell, and then everyone's just dead.
I seriously want to see movies on this. That would be so
Each
cool.
one of them. I mean, there's only a movie about Krampus that I know of, but they should have a movie for all of
But
these.
it has to be done right.
Freaking creepy witch with a giant cat and a bunch of 13 little
That's the
munchkins.
movie. We talked about doing a horror movie earlier. Let's do one on one of these.
The one where it starts out as a Hallmark episode.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden,
Exactly.
Grilla and her.
Grilla and her 13 children
you see it
riding a
now?
black cat.
Opening scene. I'm taking this from Chris. It's like opening scene. It's this mother carrying her child to bed, tucking him in all nice and cozy, and you just get the warm fuzzies.
The
And then
window's
she-
slightly ajar.
Yeah, and then she slowly closes the door. Good night. And you see the light slowly close. And then as the moment darkness hits the room, you just see the figure standing in the corner of the room. And the
You're like
moonlight
describing Tooth Fairy.
the moonlight shines on the blade. And the child sees the reflection in the blade of the moonlight.
You want to see the look at the picture of Grilla.
better.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see.
That's Grilla?
Yeah,
That is terrifying.
that's way creepy.
Also, I want to point out that Tony said that he couldn't paint a picture, but that was the most
Right? He did
painted
it.
picture ever.
That was beautiful.
I guess I couldn't paint a picture of my Hans trap.
And then down below her shin, you see 2 yellow eyes light up. And then 13 more.
Either that or you take that. The mom walks out of the room. I was in here. And then blood crawling on the door. And then the door opens and she walks in with the bloody knife.
And she
to the
falls
child.
over, and a pile of rubble and straw falls out of her stomach. Dude, this would be a good movie.
This would be like, could you imagine like Suicide Squad? You know how I had all the DC villains get together and stuff, but like Dark Christmas and all of these guys get together.
That's what you call it. Just call it Dark Christmas.
You're
and instead
effed.
of like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, it's the League of Extraordinarily Terrifying Christmas People.
I could just see it now. They have to call on Saint Nick to come and defeat
Fight
this
them.
group.
He fights them. That's where the Mel Gibson Santa comes into play.
Yes.
He's fighting the freaking Christmas devils.
Oh, I love it. I love it
We
so
need
much.
to make a movie, guys.
The reindeer all have like blades on them as they're going through, cutting through.
On their antlers. They're
They're
like,
just armored up with like spikes. Yeah, they have big pointed,
What would-
sharpened antlers.
What would we call it? What would be the title of this film? Because it would have to be a trick. So what would it be?
a trick.
Yeah, the trick.
Well, you got to think it's got to be a play on words of like a Hallmark style.
All I want for Christmas.
Naughty and nice.
No, it's got to be like a Hallmark, right? Because that's the trick.
Seems like a Hallmark movie to me.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to seem good, but can easily be messed up.
Naughty and nice, but you have naughty in like really pretty font.
Chains and whips.
12 Nights of Christmas.
Yeah, there you go. That's easy.
There you
Is
have
there
it.
13 Nights of Christmas?
The Christmas.
Isn't there 13 of them?
12
Yeah,
days.
sure. There's 13
13
Yule
days.
lads.
But you could do 12.
Good. You just who you gonna cut loose? Spoon licker?
Doorway sniffer.
Doorway sniffer.
No, he's
I don't know,
gotta
he's
be
pretty
in there.
pivotal. He's got to be there.
He's got the
you see
nose.
his schnoz come in first. It's like a minute of the schnoz entering, and then he appears.
As it comes in, you just hear the.
I already have one of those upstairs. It's the boxer dog. Only one.
Is that leaf bread or is that what's called leaf bread?
Yes. You got some leaf bread for me?
Is that leaf bread?
Hey, sausage swiper, you get the sausage. Let's make a sandwich.
Sausage Piper, did you do your job?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. There you have it, folks. The scary side of Christmas. These are just a few of apparently quite a few legends out there of like a darker Christmas.
Don't spend Christmas in Germany.
Oh, you will probably die. Most likely.
Yep.
9.
And on top of that, you're going to end up with a potato. So,
Or a cane.
That's like the best
Or a
scenario
cane,
in
right?
everything we said. You get a potato.
you get a potato.
I would definitely take a potato.
Okay, so real quick on that, if you had to come across one of these, which one would you choose?
Potato.
I mean, like,
Father
are
Whipper?
we fighting them? Like,
No, like if you were a naughty kid and they came to do whatever it is they do, which one would you take?
Oh, well, obviously it would probably have to be like Father Whipper.
Yeah.
Father Whipper for sure.
I don't know. Even after the deeper description of how he chops them up and whatnot.
But
Well,
that's how he became.
That's
That
how
was-
he became.
True.
That was before he repented.
He's the only one that doesn't kill you, severely maim you, send you to hell, or eat you.
Touche.
Does anyone else have any scare tactic stories of their Christmas and childhood?
Nope, mine was mild. It was straight up just.
So
you
I
act
was the
bad,
only one
you're-
tortured, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't have any, except for that accidental one. My neighbor's kids acted up and they kept saying, if you don't straighten up, you're not going to get any presents on Christmas. And sure enough, they did not. They ended up giving them their Christmas presents throughout the next year, like for Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, things like that. Like they did not get their gifts on Christmas.
Huh.
You got to make them give
That's a
out their
hardcore
Christmases.
parent.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That's more than I could
Make
do.
them do chores in order to
Yeah.
earn them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, that
Yep.
suck.
Cancel Christmas. Oh man. Well, a lot of crazy stuff's been talked about tonight. If you guys have any insight, like if you've had any of these legends told to you to help you stay good around the Christmas year, let us know. Leave us a comment. Let us know your experience with it or any other fun legends you might know about. But thanks for joining us, being part of this crowd. We hope you guys had a good time, and we hope we see you next time.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.
You filthy animal.
Don't
Thanks
be
for being part of this
naughty.
crowd.
Don't
Bye.
be naughty.
Later.
Ciao.